Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars. When we last left off, well, we had found a coded message and a picture down in the secret room underneath the conciergerie. Nico had written a story about it and it had gotten spiked. And now we're following this guy. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know his name. But the cafe he was having coffee at, I guess, just got blown up by a clown. So, oh well, I guess he'll want... Oh, and yeah, he said he wants to find out who did it. Because that's why he studied law. So, I saw this flash. So, Paris, vacation. My long overdue vacation in Paris. This is the life, sitting in cafes, drinking coffee, enjoying the sunshine, and the ladies. Whoa, the cafe just exploded. Exploded! A clown left a bomb in an accordion. How does he know that? Killed a guy. It nearly killed me. I will bring that clown to justice. Once I get some hearing back in my ears, yeah, his ears are probably ringing like crazy. I mean, he was sitting right outside. It's a miracle he's alive. And, about bringing the clown to justice, I don't think he has any jurisdiction in Paris. But I doubt that's going to stop him. Okay, it kind of looks like the hand is trying to pinch him, but it's probably pointing at himself. Or pointing over yonder. Maybe if we go over here. Yep. So maybe, yeah, that's probably just the direction we can go in. So let's first see what we can find here. Professeur Ostavi, gagnant du prix Nobel de passage à Paris pour donner un cours. So I presume that is Professor Ostwade, winner of the Nobel Prize, is passing through Paris to give a course. Salah Eddin. 134-5 or 1345? That's, brutal assassination, maybe? Of Pierre Cauchon, the nation is in shock. The latest rumors, and I don't know what Putain is, about the stars, I presume. These are so out of focus that I don't think they're very interesting or very necessary, but... What is this?
I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345.
Now that recording was definitely in lower sound quality than the other recordings so far. So that's kind of weird. It seemed to have like compression artifacts, which, you know, for 1996 is not completely out of the question, but the fact that so far the audio quality was fine.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
This again was not very high quality, but it was different low quality than the earlier piece of dialogue.
The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Holy cow! It's like... So far, we've had 3 headlines on the same like page of the adventure with 3 different recording qualities, and a third one had like 2 sentences, again of different quality. That is kind of weird. That must have been, I guess, a ton of different voice sessions, and done also under different circumstances. I mean, again, we're talking about 1996, of course. digital audio technology wasn't as ubiquitous as it is now, but still, that's kind of weird. So, oh, we can look at this too?
The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism.
And this...
The leading article referred to the visit of a noble...
No, we already heard that. So this is going to go back to Cochon, I guess. So, Salah Eddin, 1345. That's probably going to be relevant. Ah, we're keeping it. So there's this that we can look at.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Well, then he's already more circumspect than Nico ever was.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
No kidding! Wow! Did law school teach him to recognize that? Well, at least the waitress survived. And some alcohol. So that's the exit.
The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
There was a lot more room in this recording, a lot more reverb, like probably given by the room that this was recorded. You know what? I'm going to stop commenting on the quality of the recording because otherwise that's all I'm going to be talking about.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
So, well, I guess nothing else survived, so it's either brandy or nothing.
I needed a stiff...
No, I guess it's nothing. So, I think talking to the waitress is the only thing we have left.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Why would we be mean?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can
Oh,
you remember
God.
anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Sure, why not?
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
And she passed out.
Hey, wake up! She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
Yeah, that's your biggest problem right now. So we already looked at that. Was this something? No, guess not. So she was no use. So let's check over here. Maybe this guy saw something.
Please, hold it right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Well, we didn't
What
get
a
far.
mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Well, if it's the guy in the trench coat, then yeah, we did see him.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Saw the clown. I don't see any point in lying to them.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Well, look who's here. We can talk to this guy some more, or maybe we can talk to Nico.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi. My name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris. Some vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
Him? What is this? So let's talk about the people first.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah.
So let's talk clowns.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
What is this?
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
That was very weirdly acted.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantard.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think it is. That's too obvious. I wouldn't mind betting. This is a coded message.
It's a romantic notion, but I don't think so.
Well, she just got a coded message, so it's not too far-fetched.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Ah, yes, 1996, when you still had to develop pictures. So, is it worth talking to this guy?
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantard.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
That does not sound good for her at all.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Right, yeah. Is it worth showing him the paper?
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
And it doesn't sound right for a clown. Anyway, I think we're all out of
See you later, Sergeant.
conversation options. So we can either go back there or back this way. Nico went this way. Let's try this way first. Aha!
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion.
I don't think that's what he was intrigued by.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Well, he didn't get very far.
I decided I'd had enough of messing with that drain pipe.
Doesn't want to break a piece of it off? Oh, can't get in there.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
But was there anything interesting in it? Don't disturb the kitty cat. So, well, presumably the clown fled through the sewers, but let's first see what else we can find.
There was nothing of interest. The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Again, we need a crowbar. Why don't people carry around crowbars in adventure games? And I don't see one anywhere here. Well, we're obviously not breaking off a piece of the drain pipe. So let's check out this way. Ah, maybe we can steal a crowbar from him. Or maybe take his pickaxe.
Hey, stop that! Get away from there! What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Are we? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point. Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Oh, those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Yeah, clowns are funny until they blow up a cafe.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Got a point?
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Mm-hmm. Through that. That's true. I was thinking about some. Well, didn't the guy hear an explosion? Like, didn't that trigger any kind of, fight or flight response or something like that? No, he just keeps working?
What's in the toolbox?
What's in the toolbox? As if you didn't know. What's the big deal about tools, anyhow?
They're cool. Tools are civilization.
You don't say.
That's right. Tools are what distinguish us from other animals.
Who are you calling an animal? I've met your sort before, looking down your nose at me because I'm working class, huh? I've a good mind to knock your block off.
Okay.
What kind of tools do you keep in your box?
Huh? You really are interested in tools?
Sure, like I said, tools are...
Yeah, civilization. So you keep saying.
So, are you gonna show them to me?
Am I? Why, you...
Aw, come on. Just a little peek.
I've got work to do. Find someone else to bother.
I guess he doesn't know anything about the paper either.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Pah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Okay. That was certainly an odd conversation. So, did I get my paper back? Guess not.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Hold on a second. I feel like the music is too loud, even though I had turned it down before starting this Let's Play, but let me just check on that. So yeah, I further turned the music down. It's like at 25%, but it still seems awfully loud. So, there's something we can do with this door? Doesn't look like we can go any further. So, let's try the door.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked.
Well, I guess that's not going anywhere. Ah, what is this? A phone? Okay. I don't think there's any point in calling Nico right now. Especially since we got a manhole cover opener. So let's see.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Gee, you open a manhole cover, you think it leads to a sewer? And here we are. There's something back here. What is that, a clown's nose?
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Uh-huh.
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words, La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume.
La risée du monde? The laughter of the world? Maybe? I could be way off here. And he keeps shedding stuff, apparently.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Greasy? What the hell do you eat for breakfast?
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
And what is this?
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
Ah, there's a ladder here, but how do we get over there? No, that just takes us back. And we can't go down there. Maybe now we can call Nico after we found, I guess, the tissue used to wipe off his makeup, and the nose, and probably a piece of material from his outfit. But, well, we'll find this out in the next part. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like or a comment below, and I will see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.